Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube. Ooh, okay, we actually have a pretty interesting decision here. It depends on what we think our opponents are gonna do. So I think in the dark, Mana Crypt is always going to be better than Mox Pearl, or like 99.99% of the time is going to be better. That being said, there's a Thalia in this pack, and Mox Pearl with Thalia like sets up for one of the most busted white weenie decks you could possibly have. Because those decks need a lot of white mana cost, whereas colorless is kind of not as important. So if we take Mox Pearl, then we could try and draft as if we're going to wheel this Thalia. Or we could just take Mana Crypt and try and draft a more reasonable normal deck. I feel like most people pass White Weenie, so I'm actually going to try this strategy of taking Mox Pearl, which I think is the weaker of the two cards, by the way, but ooh. If we wheel Thalia, I think it sets us up for doing much better things. And Mind Twist in general is not great, but also with Moxen, it gets a lot better. In white-black like stacks, like with Thalia discard and stuff, gets pretty good. Sulfuric Vortex would probably be the next card I would take, and then Consecrated Sphinx. In general, Sphinx is better, but mono red or like the aggro decks get exponentially better with Moxen. You know, if you're killing someone on turn 4 normally, and then you get a Mox, you can now kill him on turn 3, and that's a huge upgrade. So we're gonna keep that in mind. Actually, maybe I just take the Vortex and pass the Mind Twist and try and go red, white, Thalia, Mox Pearl. Huh, I didn't even think about that. No, I think I'm gonna take Mind Twist. I think it goes better in that type of deck, and we don't even know if we want to be in that deck, so we're just gonna kind of stay open. This pack is not that great. We have Memory Jar, Seachrome Coast, Taiga. I don't think Recruiter the Guard is worth taking here. Conscripts is good in the dark. I don't think I'm gonna take Ultimate Price. I feel like this card's pretty bad. Doesn't even kill artifacts. I don't know what to take here. This pack is like very bland. Probably Memory Jar is the most powerful card, so I'm just gonna pick that up and see what happens. Kind of makes me wish I had taken the Mana Crypt instead of the Mox, but we'll see what happens. There's a Journey to Nowhere. I feel like that card's not the best. Yeah, this has been a weird draft. These packs have been not super good right now. What do I take? Blackleaf Cliffs, maybe? Just in case we end up like black-red. Because I don't love these cards. Grave Titan's good, but it's pretty expensive. And then we have like some other stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to take a Blackleaf Cliffs. It keeps us open. Okay, so White Weenie is open. I could take Tidehollow Scholar and try and wheel a Mana Tithe. Okay, I feel pretty good now. Seeing both of these cards this late is an excellent sign. Mana Tithe doesn't always come around, but when it does, it's kind of broken. Okay, Stoneforge. I like Stoneforge. We could take Wheel of Fortune, Memory Jar, but we're kind of planning to wheel that Thalia, so I'm just going to take Stoneforge and kind of stay open for that route. Wow, we could have had Oath too, but I honestly think this might just be better. Fairgrounds Warden's kind of better than Banishing Light if we're going to wheel Thalia, which again, that's the whole reason we did this. Nobody takes the card. And I like Wear Tear as well, but I'll take Fairgrounds Warden. Okay, Lyra Dawnbringer's not great, but Bitter Blossom's good in this deck. Come on, deck. Yeah, we did it! Alright, Thalia's in the deck. Everything else can fall into place. I don't think we actually need Vortex, so I'm just going to pick up a Necrotal. Black has seemed pretty open. We got Bitter Blossom late. The thing is, do I want to waiver? Because I'm going to take Vortex. Seeing it that late means red is also open. Necrotal is just a mediocre card, and Vortex is like a 10 out of 10 red card. So we could end up like white-red and cut these two, and maybe just splash the Tidehollow Scholar off the Blackleaf Cliffs. We'll see what happens. Recruiter of the Guard can find Thalia. It's either that or Tangle Wire. Still don't love Ultimate Price. And I think this is just better. Okay, we got Journey back. Brightling is interesting. Man, I wish Black Braids was in the cube. But I'll just take Journey, I think. It's cheap and effective removal. If there was like a more viable stacks, wow. Sometimes just everything is open. I love Selfless Spirit, but Mana Tithe with Thalia out is like so backbreaking. And it's a very unique effect. Like nobody plays around Mana Tithe. It's unfortunate they were in the same pack. Kaya's actually... Wow. And we got Wear Tear. Okay, well... Maybe don't even need the Sulfuric Vortex. We got max rewarded. We can take, let's see, we can take a Duress here. I kind of like Beaumont Courier in this type of deck too, because you can like attack with it a bunch, refill your hand, but Duress is pretty important to play early, just stop them from having cards in hand. And this should come around. Nobody respects the weenies. Tundra, Hymn to Torak. Yeah, that's getting gross. Okay, Hymn to Torak, passing nothing. Oh, Lodestone Golem on the wheel would be so good. Again, nobody takes Lodestone Golem. The main reason why I like to go into this strategy is almost nobody respects it. So you can be pretty like confident that it's going to be open. Whereas like, you know, we first pick Mana Crypt, try and force Storm, or take like Consecrated Sphinx. Everyone likes taking the blue cards and like fights you over them and stuff like that. Nobody takes black-white. I think this deck is one of the most powerful decks. I mean, it punishes all of the dirtily decks. It just has a bad matchup against green, which isn't, it's still not the worst thing. So I'm basically assuming everything I want in this pack is going to come around. So I'm going to take Arid Mesa. That way, if I get a Scrubland or a Godless Shrine, then our mana gets better. And then on the wheel, depending on what we find, we can take Shriekmaw or Relic Warder. Ooh, Path. I could take Path and wheel Vindicate. I don't love Path in a deck that's trying to stop your opponent from getting mana, but I don't think anyone's going to pick this card up. So we're going to do that. Sometimes you just need a 1-mana answer. We can take Kythian. I'm fine with Kythian. Maybe we can wheel a Bedevil if we do end up splashing. But 1-drops are very important in this deck. You basically want to get on the board early, and then, you know, you play a Kythian into like Thalia, and then duress their hand, take cards from their hand, mind twist them, and then they end up with nothing that can actually meaningfully interact with what you have on board. And then hopefully we find like one Armageddon or like a Strip Mine. Those are pretty important for this archetype as well. I feel like I'm going to take Plateau before I take Avalanche Riders, because we need kind of a lot of fixing to make this deck work. And I don't see the need to run red cards just yet, but we do have pretty good red fixing now. So maybe we could splash, not a double red card, but like a Lightning Bolt or something. Hazoret is a good card to splash. I'm kind of on board with that. We have quite a few cards. This only is good to cast as like the last card in your hand anyway, which means it's going to come down late. Yeah, that seems pretty solid. And I'm not missing out on anything besides maybe like a Necromancy or a Merit Angel. Ooh, Smuggler's Copter. Okay. The Copter is very powerful. It lets you loot, so, you know, you can discard bad cards, find good cards, and it's a 3/3 flyer for 2 mana. Now that we're playing red, I do kind of like Beaumont. Monastery Mentor is not amazing. I just don't want to play a 3-mana 2/2, especially when we're trying to play mostly creatures, whereas Courier is just like a good 1-drop. Ooh, Lodestone Wield, okay. We got all the taxes. Now we need like Strip Mine, Wasteland, Rishid Import, and our deck's basically complete. Yeah, so we literally wheeled all the cards we wanted. Again, this is the benefit of drafting this archetype. I think I want Relic Warder. It's a non-creature, it's a creature spell, so Thalia doesn't tax him, and it does the same thing as Disenchant most of the time. We got Vindicate. Oh, I could also take Scrap Heap Scrounger. Or Chupacabra. So Chupacabra is pretty good. I don't want more 4s. I kind of like the Scrounger, honestly. This card's so hard to attack through. Let's take Bedevil now. Okay. Yep, so we're definitely the only ones drafting this. Yeah, I don't know. This card's like pretty unique. It's a 2-mana play that has 3 power, and then they basically cannot kill it. Vindicate's 3 mana, which is kind of expensive and clunky. You can't hit their lands, but I don't know. I feel like we can find better 3-drops. And then there's this hand. Or not this hand, this pack. This pack is not amazing. Maybe Pack Rat is good. Some decks just die to a turn. Actually, we can turn 1 Pack Rat. Yeah, some decks just die to a turn 1 Pack Rat. So I'm on board with that. I would love to find Strip Mine, Wasteland, Mox. Ooh. Containment Priest is super busted. But I feel like this deck probably needs to take Swords and probably wheel a Containment Priest. Because Swords makes our removal suite pretty nice. And Sword of War and Peace I would also like, but I kind of want to get that on the wheel. I'm going to take Swords. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't really value picking up literal swords. Ooh, Chromox. Like Sword of War and Peace, Fire and Ice. I just don't think that that's necessary. I will play them with Stoneforge, because that's kind of a sweet combo, but otherwise, I'm not in love. I'm going to take Chromox and try and wheel Adanto Vanguard or Gideon Blackblade, or Winter Orb. Actually, this pack has kind of a lot of stuff we want, but Chrome Box lets us have the really busted turn 1 starts that you kind of need with this deck, so we're going to pick it up. Dauntless Bodyguard. I would love to play Knight of Autumn, but I don't think we can really fit green into this deck, so I'm just going to take the 1-drop and try and wheel the 2-drop that nobody's going to take either one of them. So we're basically just building like our deck. I don't know if we even play Hazoret. It makes our mana so much worse, but I don't think I've seen a single Godless Shrine, or I've just found better cards. As of now, I don't think I'm playing Hazoret. I don't want that many 4-drops. This deck basically capitalizes on like turn 1 pack rat, duress their interaction, and kill them on turn 4. Which is not a bad sequence. Yeah, right now she's in the sideboard. They're taunting me. There's our Crucible of Worlds. But there's no Strip Mine. And we're not going to get Strip Mine this late, so I don't think I can take Crucible. I might just have to take a Shambling Vent because we need the mana. And it's like pretty good. Having creature lands is useful. I would love Gonti or Karakas in particular, but I think we just need the fixing at this point. We already have like way more than enough playables. Oh wow, Liliana the Veil? Okay. I mean, Brimaz would be kind of sweet. Knight's Whisper would be good, but Liliana is real busted. Oof. We're only going to wheel 1 card from this pack. Alright, I'll take Concealed Courtyard. I can't be too mad. It is the duel we asked for. Here, we probably want Blade Splicer. So, there just weren't great cards in the last pack, which is kind of unfortunate, but our deck still looks super busted. Like 1 extra Thoughtseize, and then any type of like Strip Mine, Wasteland, Rishid Import would really help. But it is what it is. Elspeth is an interesting top end. I also kind of like Tassiger. How many spells do we have to put stuff in? These exile, right? Yeah. And we have no fetches. It's between these 2. Blade Splicer, Mind Twist, Pack Rat. I think Elspeth just lets us go aggro sometimes. Wow. Containment Priest versus Figure of Destiny or Sword of War and Peace. I think Sword is probably just worse than these 2. So Stoneforge is just not going to get played. And I think Containment Priest just has game against so many different decks that it's worth bringing in. We get a Adanto Vanguard. I like it a little bit more than Gideon because it comes down turn 2. And we already have quite a few 3-drops, so. Okay, Glint Sleeve, I also like. Well, we got all the 2-drops. We can bring in Revelar against the big decks. And we got Brimaz, which I don't dislike. Okay, so cards to cut. Elspeth. I think I like Mind Twist, but honestly, Mind Twist is not that good in this deck because you want to get down early. Maybe I do cut Mind Twist. I know people are going to be like, wow, how could you? But the whole point of this deck is to, you know, play 1-drops and 2-drops. So at most, you're going to Mind Twist them. Actually, maybe it's okay, because we're playing Hymn to Torok, and Hymn to Torok is basically Mind Twist for 2. So you combine them together, and your opponent just doesn't have a hand. All right, I'm back on board. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean it. And I believe Mind Twist interacts favorably with Thalia. Okay, so we need to make some serious cuts. Don't need Plateau or Blackleaf Cliffs. I kind of like running Arid Mesa. And 25? This is probably a 16 land deck. We have a couple bigger mana plays, so I probably need to make 1 cut. What is that 1 cut? I like all of our 1-drops. Oh, Beaumont Courier. I don't have any red. We could splash red just for Beaumont. That makes it like kind of scary. You know what? I kind of like that. And otherwise, it's just a 1-mana 1/1 haste, which is also kind of good. I'm back on board. What do we cut? I kind of want to cut Brimaz and bring it in against like creature decks. Brimaz is good, but it's just kind of clunky. All right, I'm on board. Playing all of these. 5 and 4. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 white sources and 4, 5, 6, 7 black sources. I think we can go like 9, 8. This mana is not the best, but it's better than it could be. And then out of this sideboard we have more removal, Brimaz against the creature decks, and Bedevil if we ever want that. All right, I'm on board. 15 creatures, 14 lands. Mox Pearl makes it kind of 15. And I'm just going to count Chrome Mox as a land because I think we're going to want to use it. And let's see how this deck goes. See you guys round 1. Ooh, this hand seems good. We're going to keep. We got all our colors. We got Vanguard. We can Recruiter for Thalia. So we can go Recruiter into Thalia into Lodestone or something like that. If they're mono red, I'm going to be so sad. Please, OP, don't be mono red. Ooh. Okay, Manatide makes me so happy though. Please play okay. We need them to play a 2-drop, like a Signet. Signet. Yes, yes. I'll counter it. Doesn't matter. Because we're gonna be tapping out for the next couple turns, and Young Pyromancer makes our Siphoner a lot worse. Besides, nobody played it on Manatide. Ooh. Pack Rat, you say? This is where we make decisions. Against blue-red, how good is Pack Rat? It can be quite good, but I think Adanto Vanguard might just be better. If we play Pack Rat and then just bolt it, we're kind of out of luck. But Adanto Vanguard can't be hit by Lightning Bolt, and it attacks quite nicely. There's a Hymn to Torak, so let's attack. Play that. I kind of want to go Recruiter for Thalia, and then next turn hopefully I can go Hymn to Torak into Thalia. Yeah, that seems good. If I draw land. If I don't draw land, then we can kind of do whatever. But this seems like a pretty good start against... If they're playing Young Pyromancer, Thalia has to be good against them. Chandra, okay. Well, Chandra die... No, Chandra goes to 1. Burst Lightning, sure. You have 2 burn spells? Okay. Land. Got it. Okay, let's hit him with the old 1-2. Hymn to Torak, you... Glorybringer Kiki Jiki down. Then we play Thalia. Then we hit Chandra. That was a very good Hymn to Torak. Next turn we're going to play Lodestone Golem, and hopefully that just locks them out of spells, because Chandra should be dead, I hope. I hope. Okay. This is an acceptable brainstorm because it's a desperation brainstorm. Sometimes you just need to find a good card. Thing in the ice. 0 cards. And Chandra stays alive. So I can go Pack Rat plus make a token. Or I can play Lodestone Golem. What's the most expensive spell they could play then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could play a 5-drop. I like playing Lodestone because it means that... I mean, I could just Pack Rat next turn. Attack Chandra, attack Chandra. And now Chandra's too low to actually kill Lodestone. So unless they have something very, very good on top of their library, which they couldn't cast last turn, they probably just lose. Because Chandra can uptick, but then it has to cost 3 mana or less. Okay, maybe it is. Deceiver Exarch. That kind of stabilizes. Ooh, I like Blade Splicer. Golems gain first strike. I don't think that's worth it, but Deceiver Exarch can block Thalia. This is kind of a problem now. Alright, let's attack Chandra with these 2. They have to lose 1, and then I imagine Thing of the Ice on Lodestone and then Exarch on Adanto. I could trade my Thalia for their Chandra. Maybe that's actually worth it. That's actually kind of worth it. Now they just go Deceiver Exarch on Thalia. Everything else the same. And then I can play a 3-mana Pack Rat or just a 4-mana Blade Splicer. The rest of them don't really block very well. I want to play the Pack Rat. They already lost their Kiki Jiki, so unless they have Splinter Twin on top, which would be kind of gross, honestly, then we're just going to start Pack Ratting. Ooh, I like Containment Priest too. Hit. I'm kind of scared to attack with Pack Rat just yet, so I'm just going to swing with these 2. Pay the life. Pass turn. Okay, so they're trying to build up the Thing in the Ice. So we're gonna Pack Rat. Discarding... I think it's kind of too late for Glint-Sleeve Siphoner to have an impact on the board. Blade Splicer can still give a Lodestone Golem first strike, which is relevant sometimes. And there's the land. Now we can double Pack Rat. So that's a lot of damage. Attack, 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 attack. So they must have had they would have had to hit some pretty good cards on top for this to do much. Dig Through Time. That is a pretty good card on top. I'll give them that. That can definitely find cards to flip Thing in the Ice. But I feel like if they don't block, they just die, right? So Exarch blocks Vanguard, but they have to like block with Thing in the Ice. Okay, so they make this block. Let's give Adanto Vanguard indestructible. Okay, so this feels like a bait. If they have a burn spell, then they can... I guess if they have a burn spell, using it on Lodestone Golem would be better. So forcing them to burn a Pack Rat seems kind of better for us. So we're going to discard Blade Splicer and make a bigger Pack Rat. This plays really poorly into Thing in the Ice, but then we could just start Pack Ratting. with the real token. So yeah, so they have a burn spell, but now they have to kill the rat instead of the golem. Braid. Yeah. So it makes it much harder for them to flip the lodestone golem. Or flip the thing in the ice. And even if they do flip it, we take 7. I mean, the last 2 cards in their hand would have to be spells. So I think going for that is better, because it keeps him in play. Okay, that's what I thought. So they're blue-red, kind of like Brimaz because of his toughness. Seems better than Blade Splicer. Yeah, I think that seems better. And Journey isn't the most necessary. It's not instant speed, so we're just gonna keep it. Ooh, this hand looks good. We can, let's keep. Unfortunately, we can't Mana Tithe into him because we don't have a blue or black-white duel. No turn 1 plays. Okay. Preordain is acceptable. I'm gonna play Arid Mesa turn 1, and then probably Adanto Vanguard turn 2, and then him to Torak. Let's see how they scried. Double on top! Well, that's just cheating. Let's go Arid Mesa, go ahead. Much less conspicuous than holding up basic planes. But I like the Relic Warder. Alright, we're gonna play black and just run out Adanto Vanguard. If they counter it, that's fine. But if they don't, this card is very hard for their deck to deal with. Sure. Pay life, no. And then next turn we go him to Torak, hold up Mana Tithe. And that could do some busted stuff. Him to Torak. You. Spell Pierce? What? What kind of nonsense is that? Fine. You have your interaction. Their deck looks really good, by the way. End of turn Brainstorm I'm cool with. That's a pretty low value. Nobody does it right. No, it's probably fine if they're digging for lands and they have a 4-drop. And that's especially good for us because then we're going to Mana Tithe their 4-drop like Chandra, which is a card we can't beat if they play around Mana Tithe. Do it. Do it. Hacha! Feels good. They always have it. Ooh. Now that's a good one. Let's go Plains. Yeah, Plains, Liliana. Each player discards. We discard a Swamp. Liliana is an excellent card here. Discarding Torrential Gearhulk seems legit. Play Dauntless Bodyguard. Bodyguard can block Wandering Fumarole if they try and use that to kill Liliana. Pair Recruiter. They have 1 card in hand. Wow, like Duress, Mind Twist. Mind Twist would be super good, just getting whatever they're recruiting for. But they probably just get, yeah, Young Pyromancer. They lose the last card in their hand, though. So, Mind Twist, don't give it to us. Bad draw. Swamp is okay. So we go Relic Warder, Swamp, Uptick Liliana. They lose Negate. No really good attack, so we're just going to pass. And I think our plan is just to like ultimate Liliana because they are top decking. So we can block Fumarole with Relic Warder, and then it either trades for their land or they just bounce off each other. Yeah, so this attack seems, if we just block like this, things go our way. They don't want to trade, interesting. Because then they're going to have to spend that mana next turn too. Creature. Creature! I could discard it and then flash it in, but that seems kind of bad. So let's just go Scrap Heap. And if we Liliana uptick, they basically have to sacrifice their Imperial Recruiter to hit her. They have to sacrifice their Imperial Recruiter and use all of their mana next turn in order to hit down Liliana. And that seems pretty good for us. Yep. Yep, so now we block here, I think. Yeah, because then that dies. They can switch it, Liliana goes to 2, but that's still not that good. Ooh. The King of Oreskos. Play him, uptick, hit for 3. And yeah, I'd rather trade Relic Warder with Fumarole. So we'll just do that. And then we can use Brimaz tokens to block the Fumarole. And opponent's top decking, so this is kind of exactly what this deck wants to do. Just play like high impact 2 and 3 drops. A little bit of interaction. You know, destroy your opponent's hand and then just kill them 2 damage at a time. Okay, opponent's not attacking. They might be blocking here. Okay, so I'm just going to play this land. That way they know what's going on. Let's just uptick Liliana, make them use what's in their hand. God, if it's a bounce spell, I would never play around bounce spells with Liliana. If they have like repeal, they repeal Liliana, she goes to my hand and she's the only card in my hand, so I have to discard her. Braid, Leonin, Relic Warder. Sure. Well, there's no sense in not attacking with Brimaz. Opponent can block with Fumarole, switch the power toughness, and kill Brimaz. Or they can just like block the Cat Soldier. But then they have literally nothing in play. Okay, that seems like the reasonable play. So they have no cards in hand, and I guess if they can find a way to kill Brimaz and still have mana up, they can attack Liliana with the Fumarole. Scholar's pretty good. So yeah, I think we still just attack. They can animate Fumarole, but now Liliana can edict away the Fumarole if we want to. They take 6. They fall to 5. Okay, you lose your Wandering Fumarole. Now we have lethal. And they're top decking, so better have an upheaval or something. Because even a board wipe, we could just get back Scrap Heap Scrounger and then they hit them with that, and Liliana's still in play. Sweet. That's what this deck's supposed to do. See you guys round 2. Wow. Yeah, okay. I'm on board. This is the kind of hand you keep. This is why we took Mox Pearl so highly. Because it lets you do really busted stuff. We got a Swamp too. Okay. So let's go Arid Mesa, Mox Pearl. I'm going to play into Mana or Spell Pierce here. Or Daze. Because I think Smuggler's Copter is really worth playing on turn 2. Or turn 1. Next turn we can go Recruiter of the Guard to find Thalia maybe. But I kind of like just holding up, oh wow. Yeah, I like holding up Mana Tithe here. Scrap Heap Scrounger. With Mana Tithe to counter Mana Drain or something like that. Crew the Copter. Hit for 3. Don't really need any more swamps, but they are good if we draw Liliana. Meh. Let's just draw action. Go ahead. Metalworker. I think I just counter that. Don't really want to have to hold up Mana Tithe anymore. And this is the busted starts we were talking about. Ooh, Pack Rat too? Indestructible Pack Rat, you're saying? I'm okay with this. Dauntless Bodyguard. Give you Indestructible. Crew the Copter. Hit for 6. Discard Plains. And they're like kind of dead next turn. Ooh, this is good. Keeping in path because it can stop them from blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're 1 damage away. Oh, man. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Get him. Get him, Thalia. Go, go, go. Crew 1. And I no longer care about Recruiter of the Guard because Thalia is just better. So I'm going to keep this land and I'm actually going to put it into play, I think. That way I can hold up Scrap Heap Scrounger activation just in case they have Toxic Deluge. Alright, that's how you do it. When your opponent does not get to play mana. So they are playing, what does the white one do? Enchantment. Darn. I was going to say I would love a disenchant here. I could still play the red side. Maybe that's worth it. But no, I feel like just duressing them is better than like kind of skewing our mana. We only have 3 red sources and they're just a splash for Beaumont Courier. This might be the first mulligan. If we draw plains off the top, this hand's good. But otherwise it's really bad. There you go. Keep this boy. Liliana on top. So Liliana seems really good. And we do have Smuggler's Copter, but we have to draw a mountain to make her work. I think we can do, or mountain, I mean swamp. So what's our game plan? We go turn 1, Shambling Vent, Mox Pearl. We draw Liliana. I want to put her on top. Since we're on the draw, it's like pretty likely we can just hit swamps. Shambling Vent, Mox Pearl. Kithian. Go. Next turn we go either Smuggler's Copter, or if we hit a swamp, Liliana. Arid Mesa cannot find black. That's super unfortunate. I'm still going to play it. Then we can give Kithian indestructible. Hit for 2. Okay. That seems fine. So, given that, we're just going to go Smuggler's Copter, Kithian, and yeah, I'll get Plateau. I was going to say now would be maybe one of the only times I would consider grabbing basic planes to play around Sundering Titan, because they showed Metalworker, but I don't think that's worth it. That's pretty good. So we are going to play Liliana this turn, I believe. Yeah, so let's just hit with the Copter, see what we draw. Yes. Discard planes. Get Liliana down. 3, play her. I think I'm just gonna discard Blade Splicer because it's kind of expensive. And Vanguard survives any like board wipes they might have. And now Liliana is pretty hard to deal with if you're like a non-interactive creature deck. She can like make them Edict away like a Blightsteel Colossus or something scary. So she's just like a good out to a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's worth the risk because we just traded off a lot of tempo. We could have hit for 2 more damage this turn and then 3 more the following turn. But it seemed worth it to me. Hangerback Walker. That's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one. Not actually good with Liliana. So let's crew the Copter. Yeah, because I want to discard and I want to have Vanguard in hand, I think. Let's crew here and start attacking them. Loot. Oh. I'm kind of on board with just getting down a Lodestone Golem. So we're going to uptick Liliana so they don't know what's going on, and then we're going to play Lodestone. Because they might keep some expensive spell. Oh, they discarded a Lodestone. I'm playing my own. He's not that great against them because a lot of their spells are artifacts, but he can stop like a Time Spiral or something. He also just blocks both of these guys. Tezzeret. Minus Tezzeret to get Phyrexian Revoker. Oh, they have a Lotus or a Mox. Yeah, Mox seems good. That seems good. That seems very good. Let's go Pack Rat. How do I want to attack? I definitely don't really... Well, Tezzeret generates a bunch of mana for them, but I can't exactly kill him. And Kithian can flip, but I can't give him indestructible this turn. So we're gonna Copter off the Pack Rat. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hit Tezzeret. And keep back Lodestone Kithian to block for Liliana. Do I want to loot? I could put Scrap Heap Scrounger in the graveyard, so yes. Each player discards. So they have 1 card left, and it better be good. Lotus Bloom seems pretty worthless. Good with Tezzeret. Can Kithian make opponent's creatures indestructible? Can. And she says sacrifice. Okay. Ugh. Deck Faden's a good card. Deck Faden, steal Lodestone, swing at Liliana? Alright. Maybe I should have kept back Smuggler's Copter. The nice thing is they lose the last card in their hand, and I can kill either one of these or both probably. But Liliana goes down kind of a lot. Yep, and then they Tezzeret untap. If they play the last card in their hand too, I'd be pretty sad. Alright, so she takes 5. I don't think it's worth blocking here. I think Kithian has more value. So let's discard to Pack Rat. Uptick Liliana. Getting rid of Sphinx seems solid. So Deck Faden doesn't do a whole lot, but Smuggler's Copter does some. It can kill Tezzeret, but I could just start going after their life total now. I can never really Liliana Edict, so she's kind of dead anyway. So what happens if I crew the Copter here, just swing at my opponent? They have to block Kithian with Lodestone Golem. Deck Faden might be worth killing. I gotta think about this. Liliana's dying. We're not worried about that. I think I'm definitely crewing here. Almost certainly going to be attacking. What if I attack Dak, Tezzeret, my opponent? Yeah, I think killing Dak is better so he doesn't take the Copter. No, I think Kithian's gonna be good next turn. I could just swing, give it indestructible. Let's kill Tezzeret because he stops them from attacking and blocking. And Dak can find them one answer to the Pack Rat Menace. You know what? Yeah, we're going to attack Tezzeret here. Kithian attacks them, and then Pack Rat attacks Dak Faden. So they lose both Planeswalkers, we lose the Kithian, but we keep our Pack Rats. Okay. And we loot because we can get Scrap Heap Scrounger. I don't know, maybe I should have attacked Dak with both Kithian and Pack Rat, but this kind of feels like, okay. Well, creature gains indestructible and we untap it. I don't know, maybe leaving them with Dak was bad. They draw 2, discard 2. Yeah, I think I should have attacked Dak with Kithian, but we'll see if the life total matters. And Gideon can swing as a 4/4. So they can kill him by swinging all out. Alright, I'm okay with Liliana dying here. Her Edict doesn't do anything with Hangerback Walker in play, and her uptick kind of hurts us. Like, they're already playing spells, so... Hangerback Walker. Well, that's unfortunate. That was a good draw. Yeah, definitely should have killed Dak. Yep. We lose our Pack Rat too, and we draw Path. Alright, let's animate Shambling Vent. Not give them a chance at blocking. Yeah, this is getting kind of dire here. It's still possible to win, but active Walking Ballista makes a lot of our top decks bad. Definitely loot. Recruiter of the Guard. I kind of need Path. Recruiter of the Guard can find a creature to exile something. Okay. But that's really slow. And we're going to take like how much damage next turn? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I think that's too slow. This has been a great game so far. Opponent has Ancient Tomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're probably just dead to this Ballista. Ballista off the top really destroyed us. So not attacking Dak hurt us. I don't think it matters in the long run, but it did let them find Walking Ballista early, which might have made the difference. But we're in pretty bad shape as it is. In fact, we might just be dead. No, we're just dead next turn. Okay, we're just gonna move on. I don't want to show them all these cards. They're definitely artifact centric. Kaya can exile a Mox, but that's like not that worth it. Bedevil is good against them, but then we have to run red. I think our main deck configuration is just solid. We're gonna go first. Wow. If we draw a land, this hand is kind of unbeatable. I'm gonna keep. It's got Beaumont Courier as a failback or failsafe as well, so it seems worth it. Because we go turn 1 Beaumont, we can hit a bunch of times with this and kind of refill our hand. And if we draw a land, then our hand is so good. Like we just go turn 2 Thalia, or Leonin Relic Water is also good against their deck. So I think I like this play. Land, yes. All right, let's hit. Thalia. Go ahead. Enjoy your artifacts. I hope we draw planes and they play like a Mox for 1 mana. Ancient Tomb is a way around that. That is for sure. We did draw planes. So I'm gonna play this planes pre-combat and attack with both. If they play a Deceiver Exarch, repeal the Beaumont. Sure. There we go. Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Beaumont Courier. Draws us less cards, but it's still good nonetheless. If they play like Thran Dynamo here, we can Leonin Relic Order it. Ooh, I like Bodyguard. Yeah, Bodyguard on Thalia seems pretty sweet. Attack, attack, attack. Drawing cards, doing good stuff. And we have Swords to Plowshares for their first play, Leonin Relic Order for the first artifact or enchantment. And if they wipe the board, we at least get to keep Thalia. Let's draw a card. Hopefully it's Mana Tithe. Ooh, Fairgrounds Warden also good. I'm going to play Concealed Courtyard on the off chance that our opponent does kill our Beaumont Courier. Turnabout? Okay. I'm just gonna play Recruiter of the Guard. Find some better creatures. What do I want? Blade Splicer, Containment Priest. I feel like a Tidehollow Scholar is kind of good here. Get them before they can do anything important. Lotus Bloom, not the most timely. They even have to pay 1 for it if they ever get to that. Bribery. Sure. I don't think there's anything that does it. We just have Fairgrounds Warden. It's kind of unfortunate that I actually ended up getting that. Or leaving that one. But if we draw land, Danto Vanguard. This is probably still just lethal. Fairgrounds Warden, exiling the Golem. We swing, they block. What does the most? They block here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're just dead. Never had a shot. We win the match. We're in the finals. See you guys there. Man, this hand is good. We haven't drawn our Moxen very frequently, but we don't even need them. Like, turn 1 Kythian, turn 2 Thalia or Tidehollow Scholar just destroys so many decks. Ooh. I'm going to play Kythian. I think Mana Tithe is going to have more hits later on. But that is disgusting. Alright, so they have blue-red. Let's just play Thalia. If they don't have a counter, this kind of wrecks them. Metalworker. Okay. So I feel like now is a good time to run out Tidehollow Scholar. Wait. Let's attack first. Okay. Tidehollow Scholar, see what we're working with. Gilded Lotus, Frost Titan, Cryptic Command, Crucible of Worlds. All of these cards are pretty bad. If I just take Gilded Lotus, then their hand does actually nothing. If they draw exactly an island, If we take Gilded Lotus and they draw exactly island, they can go tap Metalworker, play this, and play a Frost Titan. And that's moderately problematic, but the odds of like, well, what else can I take? If I leave them with Cryptic Command and just take Frost Titan, then our opponent can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can play Gilded Lotus into Crucible of Worlds, and that doesn't really do anything. But then they can play Cryptic Command the following turn. If I just take Gilded Lotus, the odds of them casting this go to 0. Well, not 0, but very, very close. And we cannot play Mana Tithe because of Thalia, so we're just going to play Dauntless Bodyguard, making Thalia indestructible, I guess. So yeah, basically, opponent draws island, we're in trouble. If they don't draw island, we're doing quite well. They should. No, come on. Ugh. Ugh. Always with the Exactsies. Land. Okay, Chromox. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay. Let's go. Chromox, exiling, Mana Tithe to play. No, we can't even Chromox because of Thalia. That is so frustrating. Alright, we're going to Chromox, exiling Pack Rat. I guess they have to attack with Frost Titan to actually get the mana. Yeah, they have to swing with Frost Titan here. So, what do I want to keep? I think I just get rid of Recruiter of the Guard. Because Pack Rat gives us like a nice way to get out from under this stalemate. Maybe Mana Tithe is bad against Metalworker. Yeah, Mana Tithe. I don't know. Mana Tithe is our only form of interaction. Pack Rat gives us black mana. I'm going to discard Mana Tithe. And I think no attacks. I can't believe they hit the island, man. It's okay. No, you hit double island? Oh my. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. Because we got rid of Mana Tithe, so now they can Cryptic Command. I'm actually going to cry. Okay, we can move to combat because we can give Kythian indestructible. So we swing with these 3. And if they block Thalia, we can give that indestructible. So we can start there. These are some interesting blocks. We give you indestructible. This dies. Thalia gets in for 2. I'm still mad about this running island situation. Okay, and then Gideon will give Thalia indestructible and untap her. So we're basically just playing against a Frost Titan, which is not so bad. And then if we draw a land, we can just start pack ranning. Well, if we draw a swamp, I mean. So they attack, tap down Thalia. So their hand is Cryptic Command, Crucible of Worlds, 1 unknown. I don't really mind giving them the Gilded Lotus. Sure. Gideon seems like he's gonna be good. Because they can't actually cast Gilded Lotus right now. Oh, you drew a land too? Perfect. Okay, there's our swamp. Let's play Recruiter of the Guard. Oh, wait. Let's make Thalia indestructible and untap her. So they have Cryptic Crucible, Gilded Lotus. Now we play Recruiter of the Guard. They can Cryptic Command counter this. But then what? Counter draw. Okay. And now we just go and play, let's see, Frost Titan attacks. I don't really feel like it's fruitful to block with Vanguard, so I'm just going to play Pack Rat. And I feel like, so they have Crucible of Worlds, Gilded Lotus, 1 unknown. We're fighting against a Frost Titan. Sure, we'll attack. If we had just taken Frost Titan, this game would have looked so much different. But how was I supposed to know they were going to draw the islands? So they can kill Gideon. And that's fine. Because now we just start pack ratting them. Gilded Lotus for 6. Yep. So they have Crucible 1 unknown. Which they don't want to play. Hymn to Torak. I think this is fine. I'm just going to go Vanguard. Make a pack rat end of turn. And hit them for 2. Because this threatens lethal, so they can't really attack now. Unless they top deck like Wildfire. And sure, if you literally have Wildfire as your last top deck, after all this series of top decks, you win, but I doubt that's happening. Okay, let's make a rat. So they block here, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so they actually just lose if they have nothing. I'm okay with these odds. Sweet, okay. Somehow we won that game. I don't even know, man. Oh, that was scary. Yeah, I feel like our deck is still just good pre-sideboard. We just have so much disruption that, like, we could side in Wear Tear, but we need the red mana to kill their artifacts, and then that messes up our whole deck. I'd rather just be streamlined. Yeah, this hand's a keep. Turn 1 Beaumont, we got swords to deal with the Stinky Inferno Titan. Ooh, Goblin Welder, okay. Ooh, Containment Priest. Alright, you got 1 turn to do something busted. We're going to lead on Beaumont Courier still, because I think they probably don't trade. That seems like a ridiculous thing to do. And then we could just hold up Containment Priest if they try and welder in something gross. Okay, Mind Twist is good. Let's go Swamp, attack. So Scrap Heap Scrounger hits way harder, but we can actually just block Goblin Welder with Containment Priest even, and that might just be even better. Okay. Planes. Let's attack with both. No blocks. Deal. I kind of want to just go Scrap Heap Scrounger into Kythian, because they need to deal with Containment Priest if they want a Goblin Welder. Sure, you can welder a Lotus into play, but that doesn't do a whole lot. Especially when I have Leon and Relic Warder. Okay, turning Solemn into a Gilded Lotus is kind of sweet. Okay, how do I do this? I think it starts with swinging out. If they want to block Beaumont with Solemn, that's fine. They're going to take like a bunch of damage that way. Okay, Gideon is now a creature. Let's make Containment Priest indestructible. And yeah, the problem is they're going to get Gilded Lotus into play. I can't really stop that. I don't have enough white mana to go swords into Relic Warder. And if I just Relic Warder now, they just switch it in response. So I'm just going to go Dauntless Bodyguard, protecting Scrap Heap. And then we're just going to hold up swords to Plowshares. Oh, they didn't do it. Okay. Pretty glad I held on to swords. So I need to draw a land now? Wait, are they just dead if I swords the Welder? I swords the Welder and they take... Oh, if I top deck a white source... If I top deck a white source, I can go Swords of Plowshares, Goblin Welder, Leonin Relic Warder, Solemn Simulacrum, and then Frost Titan blocks here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't do it. So I think I'm better off just swordsing the Frost Titan. Lodestone Golem's not really where we want to be. So, Indestructible and untap it. That would be Containment Priest. Kind of want to just Mind Twist them for 1 because I'm not going to have any mana next turn. Yeah, we're just like so close to doing everything we want. We're just getting wrecked by Hasty Frost Titans. Yeah, I feel like this is the best value we're going to get out of this. And for those wondering why we didn't Swords the Frost Titan, he has an ability that says basically stuff that targets him costs 2 more. So we need all 3. Okay, getting rid of Remand is actually pretty good. No attacks, no blocks. Opponent is down to 8. Yep. The play we were worried about. Hopefully they try and swap Gilded Lotus for Solemn, because Containment Priest stops that. Okay, so they're attacking Gideon, tapping down the Priest, I think. It seems right. So we are going to block with the Bodyguard. Give Scrappy Scrounger Indestructible. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Okay, Swamp is a good start. So I feel like I go Leonin Relic Warner on Mer Battlesphere. I guess I'm going to play around Miscalc. Exile this. And give this Indestructible. Because that's really scary. And I guess I can attack with Scrappy Scrounger. And then opponent gets to attack with Frost Titan and kill. That was a weird block. Oh no, because Containment Priest. Ah, good catch, good catch. Good thing I saw that before I tried to bring him back. Well, this is better because then if Containment Priest dies, we're both worse off. And that block was going to happen no matter what. So just getting less artifacts in play for the Goblin Welder seems better. Okay. Gideon down. I don't like all this mana. Upheaval? We're just dead, right? They have 4 mana floating, we upheaval. I mean, we'll try it. If I had a single white mana, I could get them. Gilded Lotus, yeah. Okay. I'm glad I saw that though. That is a disgusting sequence. Wow, they did really well in beating that. Yeah, Journey to Nowhere seems pretty bad against the upheaval deck. So, yep. All right, we're in the finals. Game 3, going first. Get a Mox. Oh, this is one of those. If we draw lands, it's good. If we don't, it's bad hands. I think I gotta keep. Containment Priest seems quite good against their deck. Beaumont Courier should be able to draw us out of this. And we have 2 1-drops into 2 good 2-drops. So, like, even if we miss lands, we still have plays. It's not ideal, but it could be much worse. Land. Alright, Beaumont Courier. You're gonna have to go the distance here with a Dauntless Bodyguard. It still is pretty aggressive. Uh-oh. Opponent's exploring. Come on, deck, I believe. They can have mana troubles too. Nope, that's scary. Yeah, that's probably the best possible start they could have had. Oh, this is... Yep, Crucible. Next turn, Wildfire, maybe? Land. Ah! Okay, Swords might get some value, as long as they play something besides Frost Titan. Frost Titan would just be kind of lights out. Yep, you got a Mox. I have a Mox too, I swear. It's somewhere. Siege Gang Commander, no! Okay. Siege Gang is a problem. I feel like I just have to run out the swords here. So they sack him in response, hit Beaumont. We sack Dauntless Bodyguard to protect Beaumont. Oh, they just target. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're going to give him Indestructible anyway. Land. Good enough. Chrome Mox exiling Fairgrounds Warden lets us play Containment Priest or Smuggler's Copter. Actually, let's get rid of Liliana. I don't think we're casting her anytime soon, and Fairgrounds Warden seems kind of important. So we're just going to get down the Copter. Because they only have 2 cards in hand. Don't really want to Suicide Beaumont, but if they play like Mer Battlesphere, we can hit it with Fairgrounds Warden. Frost Titan obviously would be the draw. Yeah. Because why wouldn't you draw Frost Titan? Okay. They tapped on Strange. Okay. Land. No! Ugh. Alright, let's crew the Copter with Beaumont and try and loot into a land. Wow. Kind of unreal how many draws we've gone through. I can crack Beaumont Courier to try and hit lands. Because now Fairgrounds Warden doesn't do a whole lot. But I only draw 3. So I have to go like land into... this is so hard. Because, yeah, Fairgrounds Warden only works... becomes the target of a spell or an ability. I have Path to Exile in my deck. I'm going to wait 1 turn. I think this was a good risk to go for, because if we hit any land in the first like 2 or 3 turns, we would have been good. But now it's looking pretty bad. We take 9. Well, we get to untap. Land. Oh! I mean, getting Kithian in play seems like a good idea. Crew the Copter. Hit them for 4. We go to 1 off this next attack. But 1 is not 0. Alright, land. Okay, there we go. Glint Sleeve Siphoner seems a bit slow. Let's go Swamp. Pass turn. Yeah, we've drawn 2 lands in literally half of our deck. Well, no, I guess 4 of them are exiled, so it's not half our deck. Because these could be lands. But they're down to 8. Yep. Does he have to attack? If Kithian and other creatures, okay. So we take 9, we fall to 1. This feels like they have Cryptic Command. I don't have any burn in the deck to do the last 2. And I didn't draw a land, so I don't have any blockers. I don't know how I get out of this. I can like loot off the Copter to try and draw like land into Path, but that doesn't even do it. No, that doesn't even do it. I think what we're gonna do is attack with... This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have no way to stop them from attacking me. I think I'm dying here. Yeah, let's attack with Beaumont. I don't have any hasty creatures either. Let's trade in our hand. This one's gonna be all lands, I swear. It was close. Blackleaf Cliffs. We have Path to Exile to deal with Frost Titan, but it's just a turn too late. I think if we were 1 turn earlier, we'd be fine. If they don't attack out, then maybe we have a shot. I don't know why they wouldn't swing with all the goblins, but... Me. What do they tap? So close. Alright, let's path this just to let them know. They probably have a remand or something like that. They didn't. We were so close! Oh! Alright, we're dead. Good games, opponent. Good games. So close. That deck was definitely 3-0 caliber. Some unfortunate draws, but this is basically everything you would want in a black-white Taxes deck, except maybe 1 more Thoughtseize and GT for Stoneforge. Other than that, the deck was quite excellent, and I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.